Day 1. The magical city of Oxford. I decided to spend my first day in England at a place called Oxford. There were some photos of Oxford in the EOI. Mum had written on one photograph saying, "Oxford is a very special place, Tim." I think she likes it because the city is so old. It is also home to a very famous university. Here's a short description of Oxford from the EOI. The Oxford Visitor. Oxford is a beautiful city filled with history. It is best known for its world-famous university. Arriving in the city is like stepping back in time. Hidden down narrow lanes and avenues, you will find the entrances to different colleges which belong to the university. Make sure you visit some of these. Visitors are welcome. There are also churches with tall spires pointing into the sky. Buildings look as if they have been taken from picture books, with honey-coloured walls covered with bright green leaves. It's easy to spend the day walking or cycling around, making new discoveries. Oxford is magical. And talking of magic, if you look very carefully, you may be able to find a few places that look familiar if you are a Harry Potter fan. Many scenes from the famous Harry Potter films were filmed right here in Oxford. It was the last sentence that helped me to decide to visit Oxford. I found out there was a place called New College. There, Mad-Eye Moody had turned Draco Malfoy into a ferret. How I'd love to be able to turn someone into a ferret. I went to look for New College. With a name like that, it would not be old, unlike the rest of the city. After a few missed turns, I found New College Lane, where I had been told I would find the entrance to New College. The college would have been new when it was first built, but that must have been hundreds of years ago. Crossing above the lane was the most beautiful bridge I had ever seen. Beyond that, I saw the tree that everyone in the whole wide world had seen in Harry Potter. I was almost there. I began to walk faster. I soon came to a stop. I could hear the sound of music and the ringing of tiny bells. Jingle, jingle, they went. In front of me was a group of strange-looking men. They were dressed in hats, white trousers and shirts, and waving colourful ribbons in the air in time to the music. Each of them had tiny bells attached to their trousers. When they jumped to the music, the bells jingled brightly. I stood and stared at them, my mouth wide open. Never had I seen anything quite as unusual as this before. As the dancing continued, more people crowded around the dancers. "They're Morris dancers," said a young girl standing next to me. "They perform traditional folk dances. Would you like to try?" Before I could answer, she had taken my hand and pulled me into the centre of the Morris dancers. A short stick was given to me, and I was told to follow the person next to me. Soon we were hopping and skipping, twisting and twirling to the beat of the music. Each dancer then raised their stick. They beat it against the stick of the person next to them. It added a clickety-clack noise to accompany the dance. Clickety-clack, clack, clickety-clack, clack, twist, twirl, hop and skip. Clickety-clack, clack, clickety-clack, clack, twist, twirl, hop and skip. By following the movements of the dancers, their hopping and skipping, I began to dance in time. I had only been dancing for 1 minute or less, and was already thinking, I was good. Who would have thought that Tim Tang could dance so elegantly? Then disaster struck. It went something like this. Clickety-clack, clack, twist, twirl, clickety-clack, ouch! I felt a stab of pain as my partner's stick click-clack-clacked painfully onto my fingers. I dropped my stick and held my injured and swollen hand tightly. My time as a Morris dancer was over as quickly as it had begun. I did not see the famous tree at New College where Mad-Eye Moody turned Draco Malfoy into a ferret. I did see the inside of a doctor's office where a plaster was stuck over my injured hand. Dear Mum, hello from me. How are you? I am fine. Today I am in Oxford. I almost saw the tree that is in the Harry Potter films, but I didn't. I also became a Morris dancer until someone hit my hand really hard with a stick and I had to go to the doctor. Actually, I am not fine at all. Tim.